Alright, let's get started. In this diagram we're asked to calculate y, and in triangle BDC we're not given enough information to use the sine law or the cosine law, and we can't use our primary trig ratios because it's not a right angled triangle. But if we take a look at triangle ABD, we can calculate the length of the common side using the sine law. We know that the angles inside this triangle have to add up to 180, and so far we have 113, which means that this has to be 67 degrees here. Now we know an angle and the opposite side. We can use angle 55 to calculate the common side, which I've marked with an X. So we get d over sine of d is going to equal a over sine of a. Substituting in what we know that side D, which is this side over here, is 9. Angle D, we just calculated to be 67 degrees. A is going to be what we marked as X, and angle A is 55. Now I can cross multiply. I get 9 times sine of 55 over sine of 67 is going to equal X. Pulling my calculator up, I enter in 9 times 55 sine. I'll hit equals divided by 67 sine, and then equals again. So that means that X is going to equal 8.0. I'll mark that on our diagram. So now I can use my cosine law. I have an angle right here. Let me just change my pen color. I have an angle right here, and I know the lengths of the two sides that contain it. And that means I can calculate the opposite side, which I marked with a d, using the cosine law. Using the cosine law, I get d squared is going to equal c squared plus b squared minus 2cb cosine of angle d. Substituting in, I get d squared equals c is what we just calculated, 8.0 squared. B was given as 5 squared minus 2 times 8 times 5 times cosine of angle D, which was 113. That was given as well too. I'll pull up my calculator, and I'm going to start entering by going 8 squared plus 5 squared minus, using my brackets, 2 times 8 times 5 times the cosine of 113. Close off my brackets, and then equals. I now know that d squared is going to equal 120.258. I'm going to use my second function and then square root, and I get d equals 11 centimeters. All right, move on to the next.